Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Adhyatma Vidya Adhigamaha. When we talk about spiritual life, like Swamiji told us, there is religious life and spiritual life. Once I was in Bits Pilani giving talk to those, and the Vice Chancellor was a very good friend of mine. He is no more, I am still there. Must make it clear. So, he told me, Swamiji, speak something on religion, philosophy, spirituality. I said, okay, 3 days, 3 talks. And the conclusion of the talks was, in religion, there is no God. In philosophy, there is no wisdom. Where God and wisdom coexist is spirituality. Therefore, the spiritual practice is different from religious practice and philosophy. What is philosophy? Wisdom made available for others is philosophy. Or delayed wisdom is philosophy. What is delayed wisdom? Every married man tells the unmarried one, don't get her married. Delayed wisdom. Therefore, when we talk about Adhyatma, what exactly it means? So let us start analyzing our experiences. The real spiritual practice begins when we start learning from our every experience. I'll give you one homework and I guarantee you none of you will do it. See my confidence. Homework is make a nice copy, not on a iPad and UPad, and give it a title. What I have learned today. And on every page, every day, write only one thing what you have learned from your own experiences of that day, one thing. But don't do ditto for all the 365 days. Every day you have to learn something new. Learn something. And slowly you will come to discover that really how many times we make silly mistakes. Pramada is this only. Ability to repeat our mistakes more efficiently day by day is pramada. And that pramada we practice by remaining identified with our body. And thereafter our life is by the body, for the body, on everybody. See. Therefore, let us find out. And how I learned, I tell you. My whole life is nothing but learning. This principle I am telling you is all experiences happen only to the mind, not to us. So once there was something growing on my big toe, like a strawberry type of thing. And somebody came, did namaskar. And when he saw that, he says, Swamiji, what is that? I said, it's a wisdom toe. Ignorant people get wisdom tooth. Wise people get wisdom toe. He said, this is not a matter of joke. It is serious. You have to operate it. I said, okay, I'll get operated. He said, no, I am a doctor. I can do it. I said, do experiment on me, no problem. Anyway, I am a universal guinea pig. All these mothers, those who have got one mother, they know how much they suffer. I have got millions of them. And they very comfortably tell, Swamiji, this dish for the first time I prepared. They don't understand what they are telling. So if I survive, then they give to others. So I went to that doctor and he made me sit in the chair and I put my foot or leg on the stool. He gave the local anesthesia. After 15 minutes, he started hitting it with something. He said, "How do you feel?" I said, "I am feeling emotional." He said, "No, no." He said, "No, here." I said, "Where?" Because I was not feeling anything. He said, "Okay, now it is done." Then he said, "You can watch the operation." He took the scalpel, cut next to the growth, and dug it like an ice cream scoop. He took it out. When I saw that, he said, "Swamiji, you are lucky. It has come out completely. No remnants are remaining." And then I could see he was cutting, and then blood came out. And after that, he started stitching. No pain. I have concluded I have become a great yogi. Only for 20 minutes. Afterwards, it started giving awful pain. That day I discovered during the operation and after that 15-20 minutes, my toe was in meditation. It was a chemical meditation. See, friends. So, where the mind does not include anything, that doesn't exist for us. Therefore, Amrita Bindu Upanishad tells, Mana eva manusyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho bandhaya vishaya saktam muktam nirvishayam smritam. Whatever enters in the mind, that becomes a problem for us. And also, it can be a solution. See, friends. So, like when we fall in the waters, or in the river, or a lake, with the help of the same waters, we come out, is it not? Exactly the same way. We are all the victims of our own mind. Therefore, what should be our spiritual practice? Mind your mind. We must know how to mind our mind. And this can be done if we observe and learn what is the functioning of the mind, how the mind works, what exactly the mind is. Then we will come to know mind and consciousness both are knowledge. The only difference is mind is that knowledge where objectivity is predominant, and consciousness is that knowledge where objectivity is absent. Like water and ice, both are water. But what is the difference? Water with a shape is ice, ice without shape is water. Knowledge with objectivity is mind, mind without objectivity is consciousness. So, what is the spiritual practice? Don't entertain anything objectively in life. See? This is what exactly what happens. The other day, somewhere uh, in hill station somewhere in Maharashtra, I had finished my talks and everything, and I was on my way. So the driver says, "Savani, we have to fill in the gas." I said, "Go fill it and come back." I was standing below a tree comfortably. One man and lady came, and the lady was coming for my talks. So I don't know why I said. Many times I do a lot of mistakes. This was one mistake. So I casually said, "Amma, why are you torturing Bole Baba?" Immediately she became serious. "Did he come and tell you anything about me?" I said, "Who is he that I don't know?" I casually said something. He said, "No, no, you know everything." I said, "No, I didn't tell him." Then she started complaining. He is so selfish. Then he gets up early morning at 3 o'clock, sits for meditation up to 6 o'clock. Then gets ready and goes to his hospital. He is a doctor. And then when I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, there is nobody to do meditation with me. Now, what can you talk to such people? Is meditation is required to have a soulmate? Like when the soul goes, the shoe is useless. See, friends, spiritual practice is by the one, to the one, all alone without feeling lonely. See, friends. So, this mind is the problem for us when objectivity is predominant in our life. And therefore, every thought that troubles us has a seed of Mr. Somebody. Without a somebody, no thought can erupt. Now let us play a game. Now let you become either husband or wife for next 30 seconds. Close your eyes and see what kind of thoughts erupt in your mind. Experiment 1 over. Now second experiment. Now you become parents or children and see what kind of thoughts erupt in your mind. And the last experiment, remain as nobody. Experiments over. Now let us analyze. When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband. When you became children or parents, the thoughts were pertaining to parents or children. But when you remain nobody, no thoughts. See? So, what is the spiritual practice? Don't become anybody. How to not become anybody? Don't ever talk about your past. Again, this I learned in one of my journey. Very many years before. But you are talking about the past? Yes, I am talking. But learn from that. Any experience of the past, from what you have learned something, does not create a dent on your mind. Like in our childhood, we have touched fire sometime and got burned. Therefore, we have learned the fire burns. And therefore, we have no hatred for the fire. Exactly the same way. This is the only way if we want to function in this world, but do not allow any impression to be imprinted on our mind. And this is possible only when we keep the process of learning intact. So we have to learn. And when this process of learning is clearly understood, then you will see every experience of our life is none other than our Sadguru. He who cannot learn from his own experiences, even God cannot teach us. We have seen in this Saddarshan, even Brahmaji, or no, not in Saddarshan, in Ashtavakra Gita, Brahmaji or Shivji or Vishnu also all together come and teach him. That fellow will make all the three confused. You know, the Maya of Jiva is more powerful than the Maya of Bhagavan. See, friends, therefore, the more you keep this understanding, every thought erupts from the source, the seed called as somebody. And how the somebody is born, I told you yes, other class. After body identification, that means after the Mithyatma is born, then the Gaunatma, the secondary eyes are born. Now the question is, should I kill myself? No need. You will die anyway. But how we create our personality? So many years before, when I was traveling by train from Bombay to Delhi, I was alone in my compartment or that coupe, and one gentleman came, elderly man. If you want to deal with old people, there is one simple technique. Ask them about their past and don't listen. They want to talk, whether somebody listens or not. They are like acharyas. They keep on talking, whether somebody listens or not. This again I learned from a child. In a school, the teacher became very angry with one student. He was not giving any attention. He was asking, "Hey, you tell, what is he called who drives the car?" "Ma'am, he is called as driver." "Very good." "You tell, he who flies the aeroplane, he is called as the pilot." "Very good." And there was one student like me, not interested. "Hey, you are not interested." "No, no, I am interested. Ask anything." Then she asked, "What do you call him or her who keeps on talking whether others listen or not?" "Teacher." So you learn when you thus keep your process of learning intact. So what happens? So in that train, one elderly person came and sat in front, huge size, and a typical Indian politician type, all nice white clothes outside. Inside, I don't know. And then he said, "Oh, you are here. I am so happy. Now, next 18 hours, I can talk to you." I said, "My God, my prarabdha has come." Then, immediately, like, they, what you call this terrorist, they take out the gun from their pocket when they talk to somebody. I took out my gun and I told, "My guru told me, whenever you travel, you should keep chanting Lord's name." Now, who can challenge what I am doing? So I will not talk. You tell. And this is what he wanted. And then he started. My grandfather was selling something in Baghdad. That means I had to listen to 3 generation stories. Grandfather. Then my parents came to Peshawar, the undivided India. And then they could not do any Pesha there. Therefore, they came to Karachi. And that time, India was divided. And therefore, they had to run away and they went to Ranchi. Karachi to Ranchi. Ranchi, Ranchi is famous for a mental hospital. And from there, we could not do any business. So, we came to USA. Do you know USA? Ulhasnagar Sindhi Association. And there we did business and all that. And now I become old. My children, they told, "Dad, you get lot of asthma here because of humidity. Why don't you go to Delhi?" So whenever his spirit is to go down, I should say, and again he gets sprouts, like pruning. And then ultimately said, now they said, and then I came and sat here and I met you. Achha, then what happened? Be attentive. The moment you come in the absolute present, you have nothing to talk. Mind cannot survive in the utter present. The diet of the mind is either the past memories or the future worries. This is very important spiritual practice. Don't talk about your past even if somebody asks bluff. See? Like many people say, I got a habit in talking. In our Bengal, so a Bengali thinks that I am a Bengali. Like that, somewhere I said, I was in Punjab. In our Punjab, after my lecture is over, one Punjabi Amma came and she said, Swamiji, you are a Punjabi? Yes. Where are you from? Next question. Again problem. Amma, where are you from? I am from Amritsar. I am from Jalandhar. Pani ke andar. Then in some other place, I said somewhere, like Pune or somewhere, in our Maharashtra, oh, Swamiji, you are a Marathi? I said, yes. Where are you from? Again the same question. My question, where are you from? Kolhapur. So I am from Solapur. And one lady caught me. Swamiji, you are bluffing. Sometimes you say you are from Punjab, sometimes you say from Maharashtra. What are you really? I said, Amma, I am a crossbred between a Maratha and a Punjabi, therefore Paratha. How does it matter who is where from? Don't talk about your past to anybody. See, old people like us, like me, they don't understand a basic thing. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. Now, for a person like me, what future I have got? No future. See, friends, therefore, one has to be very clear. Mind survives only on the past memories and future worries. So, to cut the first part, do not bring your past anywhere. And this you can observe. Suppose you had come here 2, 3 times. I come for the first time. And then you meet, oh, did you come for that retreat? Remember that time that Swamiji was here? And you go get lost. See, he has started this thing. Now this is, what is the need? Because we want to get involved. We want to be noticed. See, friends, and the most important thing, you cannot stop getting identified with the body. Like, you cannot stop anything reflecting in the mirror. But then it depends on how do you take that reflection. When we stand in front of the mirror, what is our experience? And when a bird stands in front of the mirror, what is the experience of the bird? When we stand in front of the mirror, all different angles, this angle, that angle. And when we want to brush, we show our teeth to the mirror. We don't take the toothbrush and we should apply there. Because we know we are first of all not looking at the mirror. We are looking in the mirror. And after looking in the mirror, we may be seeing the reflection, but we are knowing ourselves. Scriptural study is like looking into the mirror. So when it is said, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo, it is not only for chanting, but apply it to yourself. Therefore, whatever we learn in our scriptures, it has to be immediately applied on oneself. Everything, any statement you take from Upanishad or Gita, Like Dakshinamurti Bhagavan says, Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. One statement. Now, how do we look at this statement? So, and how the average man looks at it, and how the birds looked at it. So, the average man is becoming more self-conscious, and the bird takes the reflection to be real and start fighting with it. And yet it is not going. He goes behind the mirror. Still it is not seen. I think hidden somewhere because of my fear. Again he comes in front of the mirror. Again it is there. Then he decides to do sadhana. First of all, he cleans the mirror with the duster. Oh, it's still there. Never mind. Take the water and washes. Oh, it's still there. Then does the pranayam. And yet it is still there. Then does the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Still there. See? Then studies Vedanta. See, nobody understands what I talk. Problem of Vedanta is this. Nobody understands. Because I also not understood. See, friends, the what that mirror, this bird should do, only come to know what is appearing objectively is the play of the mind. Now, if you have to define the reflection, what will be the definition of the reflection? It's only reflection. No. Our face plus the reflecting media and the proximity of our face and the reflecting media makes the reflection. These three factors put together is the reflection. Exactly same way. Who is the husband? Man. The mirror of reflection is wife, and the reflection is a miserable entity. Three things put together, a husband is born. See, friends. And if there is no reflection medium like the wife, he is no more a husband. In the same manner, Paramatma expressing through the mirror of mind as a limited entity together is called as the jiva or the soul. So what can you do with the soul? You can do nothing. You cannot do anything with the mirror and the reflection. Only one thing is, no, it is an appearance, not the real. In the same manner, all that is perceived through the limitations of the mind is only an appearance, doesn't have the reality. So, slowly, we will start working on the mind. So, how the spiritual practice, the practice of knowledge, in the earlier talk I told you, this is the second aspect. How do we practice knowledge? We start working on the mind. And we can work on the mind only through understanding, not mechanically. The more we understand the way the mind functions, it is easier to control. Once I was going to some place in Rajasthan. There was one big Swamiji sitting in the backside, and I was a Chota Swami and driver. Somewhere our car stopped, and Swamiji Maharaj told me, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know. This Maha Mantra I have learned from your NRI children. They are my Guru. Remember this principle. You are not obliged to answer every question in life. Even in your school, colleges, out of 100, answer anyone. So why you are required to answer everything? I don't know. Over." So then the driver also saw what to do. Then I was searching around. Below some tree, there was one boy, local boy. I said, hey, come here. Can you see something? He was having nice pan in his mouth. If you go to Varanasi, you will see. Varanasi is such a congested place. You just can't know how that city is running. There you believe that there is Lord Shiva. And yet, there are people fall down, hit each other, but nobody fights. And again, there is a question. Swami, why this happens? I said, because everybody has got a pan in his mouth. So you want to enjoy the pan or fight? So, no problem. Therefore, if you want to be happy, eat pan. You will not fight. This principle of mine was employed by one husband to his wife. They were going somewhere and her chatterbox started. So he stopped on the way, he went to the pan shop, purchased a very thick masala pan and got honey for you. You like pan? Okay, thank you darling. And she put in her mouth. And he came and sat. And then she said, what about you? You are not eating? He said, no, I can keep quiet without pan. Keep on talking. One Mahamantra, again, a very simple Mahamantra. See, hear, but don't talk. Yeah, Arjuna's question. Tita pradnasya ka bhasha samadhistha keshava titadhi kim prabhasheta kim asita prajeta kim. How a man of steady wisdom responds in this world? Prabhasheta means our response. So look at the world, hear everything, but don't talk. But we have to give comment. That is our default setting. See? And the moment we understand that this mind is the reflecting media wherein Paramatma is reflected as a reflection and the Jiva is born. So what we have to do? We can't do anything to Paramatma. We can't do anything to the reflecting ability of the mind. Then the mind can be turned inward. Like if you take any mirror, one side is the mercury oxide painted and the other side becomes the mirror. So when the mirror is facing the world, it will reflect the whole world. So you don't have to destroy the world or the mirror. Simply turn it inside. Our Vijnanamaya Kosha is like this. When Vijnanamaya Kosha is facing the world, Mr. I is born. When the Vijnanamaya Kosha becomes introvert, in that introverted Vijnanamaya Kosha, Paramatma's bliss is reflected. That is Anandamaya Kosha. Matu Pratyay. So it is the modification of the Ananda. Therefore, Moda Pramod, we know that, etc. It is not steady. It has got degrees. Therefore, this ability to turn the mind subjectively can happen only when we give minimum importance to the objective world. And how we give importance? We bring our dead past in the present. There is no need to talk about anything about our past and not to know anything about anybody's future or past. What is the need? In one place, they were asking me, Swamiji, we are thinking of making a directory of the devotees of such and such Mahatma. This happened in Vrindavan. What are your opinions? I say, I have no opinion on anything in this world. What is there to opine? Nothing. No, we want your input. I said, you are asking a wrong person. I said, don't do all that. It is not the directory of the Rotary Club or the directory of the Lions Club. So when a person from India goes to New York, he searches the directory and goes to a Rotary Club's man and stays free. No, no need. Spiritual path is by the one, to the one, all around. There is no need to create commotion around us. Slowly, slowly, we start remaining very much in this world, but out of this world. Padma Patra Vivamasa. And this is how practicing the knowledge by working on the mind. Now, one more question I'll ask you. This again, I learned from a barber. This happened in Lucknow many years before. I was staying with my friend, and my friend was extremely lazy of the highest order. So, as usual, I got up early morning and up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he's still sleeping. So, I had my tea, coffee, reading newspaper. Then the barber came and he said, Babuji, I have come. So, he was not sleeping but lying down, inside the quilt. He took out his head out of the quilt. And the barber went and started doing the whitewash. And after this was done, he still lay down. Then he took his razor and started doing the sharpening. I was watching, nothing to do, so observe. At least 5 minutes he did like this. Then he took the belt, this leather belt, again on that. Patak, pat, patak, pat, patak. I said, hey, come on, finish it up quickly. How much you are going to sharpen? He put it down. Have you ever shaved? I said, no. What do you understand? I said, please tell me then. He told me, my guru. He said, the sharpness required for shaving is different from the sharpness required for cutting vegetables. Now tell me, is it so? Drishyate tu agraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. Where God is not, where Guru is not, it is our responsibility to learn. See? Like in Kaivalya Upanishad, Athashralayano Bhagvantam Parameshan Upasvetyevacha Adihi Bhagwan Brahma Vidya Varishta. And what Guru Maharaj says, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga, the way you learn. I can't teach you. See, friends, we have to learn. And we can learn only if our process of understanding is extremely subtle, not gross. One lady in Vrindavan came and told, Swamiji, you are lucky, you have got a gross intelligence, I got a subtle intelligence, so I don't understand. I said, Mato Shri Pranam. Not understanding the meaning of gross and subtle, but they use it. Therefore, this mind is not a problem, like the reflection in the mirror is not a problem. Only problem begins when we take it to be real. So how do we become subjective? I'll give one example about it. This happened in Delhi. There is one police officer, very sincere, a rare police officer who is extremely deeply involved in study of Vedanta. He has studied all the Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Panchadashi, and he always comes and talks to me. That year, last year probably, he was very busy. He said, Swamiji, I just can't come. He came just to say hello. I got 15-20 minutes. Please give me homework for the next 1 year. Every year he will come and take homework from me. So I told him, ready? He said, yes. It was 8-9 o'clock, like this. Then I told him, close the door, switch off the light. He switched off. What do you see now? Nothing, darkness. I said, don't talk default. Think properly and talk. What do you see? Nothing, Sahaji, only darkness. I said, first mistake. Eyes cannot see darkness. Eyes can function only in the medium of light. How can you see darkness? Okay, Swamiji. I said, fail. Now, second exam. Switch on the light. He switched off. Now tell, what are you seeing? I am seeing everything. I am seeing you, your laptop, your shoes, the water bottle and the bed and everything. I said, go on talking. He said, all this contents. I said, again talk. Proper thinking. Don't just talk. No, that's all. I said, again you are not complete. I said, I am seeing something more than this. What is that? I said, the light. Okay, Swamiji, agreed. I said, now go further. I am still seeing something more. Can you see that? No, no, this is all. I said, no, my dear, I am seeing electricity. Be attentive. When he was busy in observing the objects, he has missed his vision. When he was busy in taking care of his vision, he has missed the mind. When we are influenced by the mind, we miss the consciousness. See? Therefore, what is the path? From the objectivity, start slowly withdrawing. And only through wisdom. We don't have to throw anything anywhere. Everything is perfect in its own place. But how we interact. And this training of the mind to interact properly is the practice of knowledge. See? Now, we all have taken care of our houses and also the various fixtures, fans, furniture, drapery, everything. And also we take care of our uniform dress. It should be clean, it should be matching. See? Even we Babaji have got a matching shirt and matching lungi. This again I learned from one girl in a school. After I finished my addressing the assembly, all the children wait, hardly 5-7 minutes. Then one girl came, must be about class 6 or 7. Swamiji, thank you very much for the nice talk. I said, very good, go for your class. I want to tell you something. Will you become angry? I said, no, I will not become angry. Swamiji, your shirt and lungi is not matching. It doesn't look good. Because lungi was a cloth one, something different, and it was not the same exact matching color. That day I learned the CCTV is focused on me. Friends, somebody is always observing us in life. How we walk, how we talk, how we think, somebody is always observing. And when we become aware of this, more and more, we don't have to struggle for spiritual practice. Self-control naturally comes. See? One more example. In a school, maybe class first or second standard, boys and girls, they were fighting with each other for something or the other. Suddenly one student said, hey, miss is coming. Everybody kept quiet. No fighting, no nothing. Because they became aware that some higher power is coming. So we have to behave properly, or else we will be punished. Now apply this technique. Be very attentive. Know for certain, the Lord in our heart is observing. He knows every action before we do. He hears every word before we talk. And He knows every thought that erupts in our mind. The moment we become aware of His presence, your mind has to come under control. Living in this awareness is practice of knowledge. And this is, the Swami said, Vedanta is love. And love is an experience. Love is not a thought. Aham Brahmasmi is not a vritti. It is an experience. See, friends, If you take love, love is practiced in two ways. The boy also loves a girl, and the mother also loves the child. The basic difference is when the boy loves a girl, he falls in love and gets hurt. After falling, you don't get anything except hurting. And then hurting is called as marriage, lifelong. And the mother has love for the child. Therefore, the word love is an experience for the mother and as an action for the boy. Exactly the same way. Vedanta is an experience. It is not a thought. And this we can discover again every moment. See, so many colors and forms. For all of them, there is a common thing called as vision. Colors and forms are many and varied. Vision has no color, no form. Therefore, manifest is the effect, the unmanifest is the cause. So the vision, when grossified, becomes the objects, colors and forms. Now go further. When the mind is grossified, it becomes the sense organs and organs of action. So the sense organs are limited in a particular limited field. But the mind is not limited to one field. All the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all of them are recognized. But mind is a place where likes and dislikes, prejudice is the basis. When you rise above the mind, come to the intellect. Intellect is a place where the discrimination, wisdom prevails. And therefore, Shreyascha Prayascha, every event of our life has got these two options. Whether we take it because I like or I don't like, or we take it because it is right or not right. See, Kathopanishad very clearly tells this. Thus we start migrating. And in this migration we come to know that the closer we go, all the differences disappear. The path indicated in Kathopanishad, Indriyebhya para yartha arthebhyascha param manah manasastu para buddhi buddhiratma mahan para mahataha param avyaktam avyaktat purusha paraha purushanna param kinchit sakashta sa para. This path we trace. And it is not once in a while. It is 24/7 spiritual practice. Meditation, yogasana, chanting, going to the temple, charity cannot be done 24/7. But this practice of knowledge needs 100% commitment and full dedication with understanding and wisdom. So like for the bird, if he struggles on reviewing the reflection, he will always fail. He only has to recognize it is just an appearance, not the real. In the same manner, out of one man, a son is born, a husband is born, a father is born. Now what the man has to do the sadhana? No, they are appearances, they are not real. Real, you are man. And therefore, man is always happy, husband is always miserable. Because he takes the husband to be real. Then what he should do? He should simply know this. It is just a temporary phase. So whenever you are in front of her, behave as very subordinate. After she goes, ha ha, enjoy. Friends. Then you will come to know there is no simpler spiritual practice than Vedanta. Because here you are not going to get anything. Husband can never become a man because he is already a man. We can never become divine because we are divine. Recognize. Pratyabhijnayate. Bhagavan Shankara says, Pratyabhijnayate, we recognize ourselves. Recognition. We know ourselves, but we don't recognize who we are. See, friends, with this way, when we start working, then we'll come to know we have taken care of everything in this world, our house, our dress, our food habits, and organic food, as if there is inorganic food, and then vegan, and all kinds of things, figure. But the most important instrument by which we come in contact with the world, the mind. What care we have taken about our mind from day one till date? Nothing. We imagine. Because there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. It is something like, because there are trees, it is a garden? No, it could be a jungle. In both the places, jungle or a garden, there are trees, plants. But the difference is, when we go to the forest or a jungle, we are afraid because the vegetation is wild. We don't know which kind of tree varies. Maybe animals also. And therefore, we are afraid of going to the forest. But when we go to garden, we are so happy. Why? Because every plant, every tree is culled, pruned, protected, irrigated, and planted at proper distance. Therefore, it is a place of joy. Exactly the same way. When we go back in our mind, whether our mind is a jungle or it is a garden. We are so much afraid of our mind that we want to run away from our mind. Then how do we run away? Put some birds in the ear, ding, 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 ding. See? Or take some book to read. Give this as one of the practice. Every day, start from 30 seconds. In a day, 5-6 times. 30 seconds, do not talk to yourself. The mind will suffocate and tell you, why waste time? Let us cut vegetables. We are here to waste time. If you see on my website, I don't know if it's there or not, my yearly calendar, I call it Time Pass 2020. In fact, this is the message of Bhagavad Gita. When Bhagavan says, in morning I told you, Sukha Dukkhe Sabe Krutva Labha Labho Jaya Jayo Tato Yuddhayu Yujjasva Naivam Papam Avapsasi. Meaning what? When you are not worried about whether you will succeed or not, gain or loss, then why are you doing this thing? Time pass. This time pass principle, if you catch it, nobody can make you miserable. Where I heard it, learned it. In some house I went for a dinner and there was some time. So that Amma said, Swami, 15-20 minutes. I said, never mind, I'll read some newspaper. They had a son. He said, no, Swami, no newspaper. I said, okay. I have to take food, I can't disregard him. You don't know the survival of the fittest. So he said, Swami will play carom. I said, I don't know how to play that useless game, but I can teach you. And he took out the board and I had to sit there. He was the expert, taking one after cut. Then my chance came. I don't know how to play that, but I am not a kacha. So I said, okay. When I started, I have diverted his attention. Hey, whose picture is that? When he looks that side, I 2, 3. The rule is very simple. Theft is a crime if you are caught. Indian politics. And when I did 2-3 times, I was caught. Then he started shouting, Mom, Swami is a cheat. I said, come on, and now I'll learn to promise. And again we started. Within 2-3 minutes, his mother said, Swamiji, food is ready. Hey, come on, forget about it. Let's go and eat food. He said, no, now I am winning. We have to play. Now be attentive. For him, victory or defeat was an issue. For me, game was a time pass till the food is ready. We are all here for a time pass till our departure is declared. We have nothing to gain, nothing to lose in this world. Once we went to Kailash Manas. I never wanted to go, but they forced me, bought the ticket. Swamiji, please don't say no. And when something is compulsorily, then it goes wrong. So I had to go. We went to Kathmandu. Another flight we went to somewhere in Nepal, Nepalganj. And from there another flight we go to next place. And it started first raining in cats and dogs, then cows and buffaloes, and then elephants and lions. Huge rains to such an extent that the hotel where we were staying, in the dining hall, the water was knee deep. It was so horrible. Actually, no flights, no nothing. And there were about 15 of them. 50% were imported, 50% from India. So the imported stuff started getting miserable. Swamiji, what is going to happen? I said, joy. And first day, second day, they were eating my head. I said, come on, I'll teach you something great. We went outside in the courtyard, everywhere water. I said, you follow me and say whatever I say. Lift your left leg above the water level, slowly, without flashing, and put it down and say, nothing to do. Then left, right leg up, again put slowly, nowhere to go, nothing to do, nowhere to go. And we went on going round by round. It was pouring from above. And in the rain we were going. After 5 rounds or so, I took the detour. They continued. Worries do not deliver solutions. Worries create problems. Therefore, when we were not in this world, there was nothing lacking. When we leave this world, there will be nothing lacking. If you don't trust me, leave and see. So when our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference to the world, is our presence going to make any difference? But yakshe dasyami modishe konyosti sadrusho maya. Wow. Then what for we are here? For a time pass. Time pass means where victory and defeat is equal. Where gain and loss is equal. Same krutva. Miseries and joys are equal. Now be attentive. When the miseries come, we eliminate the misery. When the joy comes, we eliminate the joy. What is the joy? Is positive. What is the misery? Absence of joy. So both the presence and absence are eliminated by us. So who are we? We are beyond the bhava abhava. Each and every verse of Bhagavad Gita is so simple if you start applying on yourself. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti. We have already died 3 times. So we should be expert in dying. Childhood died. Did we condole? Bichara mar gaya. Then teenage died. Then middle age died. So we don't go further. Friends. So in fact, we have become expert in dying. We never lived. You see, right? Many people have got a funny thing. I didn't get a cup of tea in the morning, I nearly died. I went to catch the bus for going to office, I missed it, I nearly died. Whole life is if you are dying, dying, dying. And when old age came, I never lived. Friends. Therefore, the real practice of knowledge is you are happy not because of anything. You are happy in spite of everything. If you as a husband is happy because your wife is very nice and understanding, intelligent, just example, no? So you are happy because of such a wife. What is your contribution? If you are happy in spite of her, Kali, Karali, Cha, Bhayanaka, and yet you are happy, then you are a genius. Discover this. And the simple principle, whenever you are happy, you are in the present. Whenever you are in the present, you are happy. And to be happy, you don't have to have big, big things. Learn to be happy over silly things. But many people, they have taken a vow not to laugh. He will correct his mistake. Next life, eat newspaper. Because this life, only reading newspaper. Get out of these wrong notions of spiritual practice and practice of knowledge. Therefore, the other Swamiji very rightly said, K.V. Swamiji, Vedanta is not logic or knowledge, it is love. And love is an experience. Last thought. Whatever is included in the definition of I, we don't hate it. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atma eva abhut vijanatah tasya tatra ka moha ka shokaha ekatva anupashyata. Now this mantra apply on yourself. See, I told you every mantra apply on yourself. See what a difference it makes. In Delhi, when I was giving lecture, may I take 2-3 minutes more? My lectures are going and one girl is to sit right in the front, morning class. And third day, I went somewhere for bhiksha, breakfast. She also came there. I said, hey, there is no lecture here, why you have come? He said, Swamiji, this is my house. I said, okay. I said, I never know whose house is what. My interest is only eating. Then I said, okay, let mummy prepare, you come and sit with me. I took her hand in my hand. For the first time I saw the long red nails from such a close proximity. I said, hey, how do you make these nails grow red? Do you eat blood or what? And how nice they are growing. Do you take some injection or what? Swamiji, no, they are colored and all that. And she was feeling very uneasy. Next day she came for the lecture and sitting with her fist like this. Nobody sits like this. My attention was only there. And after the talk was, hey, come here. I said, show me. No, Swami. What? I have cut them. I said, oh God, such beautiful one. Please give me. I like them very much. Swamiji, I have thrown them. Be attentive. When the nails were included in the definition of I, they were a part of beauty. When they were separated from the definition of I, they became garbage. When Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, Am Brahmasmi. When this really happens, everything is included in me. Name dveshosya na priya. These are the words of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. This is the practice of knowledge. Shatro mitre putre bandhu ma kuru yatnam vigraha. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. Live cheerfully, happily, wherever you are, 100%. With the mantra, we'll continue. We'll conclude. Please repeat after me. Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100%. This is the meaning of Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om